What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports, and I'm back to you guys with another video. This video, I'm here with my Penn State versus Iowa college football week 7 preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this matchup and give my prediction for who will win this game. Now, before I begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. So in this video, we have number 10 Penn State going on the road to face number 17 Iowa. Penn State coming off of a dominating win versus Purdue, and Iowa coming off of a very disappointing loss versus Michigan, which they only were able to muster 3 points. So, I mean, going into this game, Iowa, they had an uncharacteristic game versus Michigan. They would turn the ball over, which is very uncharacteristic of Iowa, because I know a lot of people don't watch a lot of Iowa, but me, since I just love football, I normally watch any college football game that's on, and I've normally seen a lot of Iowa over the last couple of years. I kind of watched a lot of Iowa games so far this season, surprisingly. And one thing about Iowa is that this team is normally, most of the time, does not turn the ball over that much. If you look at these past Iowa teams over the last couple of years, when you look at them, they normally don't really turn the ball over a lot. So, I mean, the fact that Iowa wasn't able to run the football, and they also weren't able to take care of the football, they weren't playing like Iowa football. They were not doing the Iowa hawkeyes football, and that's why they lost to Michigan. They got away from their identity. Their identity is taking care of the football and running the football, and they were not able to do that. Nate Stanley had to throw the ball a lot of times, and I love Nate Stanley. I'm a big fan of Nate Stanley, but I mean, Nate Stanley isn't a guy who can necessarily take over games and things like that. So, I mean, they lost to Michigan. It was a very close game. And Penn State, on the other hand, I mean, this Penn State team was like a college football playoff contender. I mean, they have one of the best defenses in the country. They can get after the quarterback. You got Sean Clifford, who, in my opinion, looks like to be a dark horse Heisman Trophy contender. I mean, this guy is absolutely sensational, man. If you was to tell me that a couple of months ago you was expecting Sean Clifford to come in here and be able to be a good successor to Trace McSorley, you wouldn't believe me, man, and you probably wouldn't believe yourself. So, I mean, this guy is absolutely sensational, and I think he's going to start creeping up into some Heisman talks with the performances that he's been having the last couple of weeks, because this guy's sensational. Definitely a dark Heisman contender in my book. And, I mean, this Penn State offense, man, is very explosive. I mean, this is one of the best teams in the country in passing yards per attempt, man. These guys are averaging over 15 yards per passing play. I mean, so every time they pass the ball, they're averaging over 15 yards per pass attempt. So, I mean, this Penn State offense is very explosive, very dynamic. And this Iowa defense, man, I mean, this Iowa defense, one positive that we can take away from the Iowa and Michigan game is that the Iowa defense showed up to play. This Iowa defense that is one of the best defenses in all the country. Top 5, top 10, depending on some. But, I mean, this is a very good defense. And the thing that Iowa has struggled with this season, well, against Michigan, is that, or that I think Iowa might struggle in this game, is that when Iowa faces some of these high-powered offenses, although their defense is good, they're still going to have to be able to put up some points. And that's the thing that I've always had with Iowa, is that their offense isn't necessarily an offense that's going to put up 40 points consistently. So if you're Iowa, you're going to have to be able to score some points in this game against a very explosive Penn State offense, and they want to have a chance to win this game, man. I mean, you're not going to win the game just scoring like 15 points and things like that. If you're Iowa, you're going to have to put up 30, 40 points if you want to win some of these games. And against Penn State, Iowa's going to have to put up a couple of points if they want to be able to keep up with Penn State. But, I mean, Iowa's defense is very, very good. I mean, this is one of the best defenses in all of college football. And a lot of people don't really know that, because a lot of people don't really watch a lot of Iowa Hawkeyes football. Now, me, I watch a lot of Iowa this season just because I'm just a big fan of Nate Stanley. I really like what Nate Stanley brings to the table as a quarterback. And, I mean, I think Iowa most really needs to win this game if they're trying to get it back into the Big Ten championship picture. So they really need to win this game. And Penn State, I mean, if they win this game, then we need to start putting them into the vote of college football playoff contenders if they are able to win this game. So, I mean, the Big Ten right now is just as good as the SEC. You got Michigan, who is looking to bounce back. You got Wisconsin, who is looking like to be one of the best teams in all college football. You got Penn State. You still got Maryland in there. Now, a lot of people still aren't really high on Maryland because Maryland got dominated by Penn State a couple of weeks ago. But I still think Maryland is a fairly good team. So, I mean, this Big Ten conference, we also can't forget Ohio State. So this Big Ten conference is basically who you think is the better conference, the SEC or the Big Ten. So this Big Ten conference is really, really competitive. And this game here is going to have a lot of Big Ten championship implications. So, I mean, if Iowa loses this game versus Penn State, they're basically out of the Big Ten title picture. And if Penn State loses this game, well, if Iowa loses this game, they're out of the championship picture altogether. If Penn State loses this game, then it's a little bit of a setback. So, looking at my keys to victory, what each of these teams is doing to have a chance to win this game. Penn State, they have to be efficient on offense, and Penn State has a very good offense, but against this Iowa defense that is top 10 in the nation statistically, very good against the run, very solid against the pass as well, they're going to have to be very efficient. This is a Penn State team that is able to score a lot of points and things like that, but so far, I think this is probably going to be the best defense that they have faced up to this point, so they're going to have to be able to they're going to have to be very efficient. They're going to have to limit the turnovers and whatnot. And Iowa's defense, man, I think Iowa's defense is going to be good enough to contain this Penn State offense, but I still think that if Penn State wants to win this game, they're going to have to be efficient on offense. And next thing they have to do is they have to be able to convert on third downs. Now, surprisingly, when you look at some of the best offenses in college football, like Alabama, LSU, what you notice that they all have in common is that they are all pretty good on third downs. But Penn State is the opposite of that. Although this is one of the most explosive offenses in college football, they're one of the worst teams when it comes to converting on third downs. Iowa is top 10 in third down defense. They don't allow a lot of teams to convert on third downs. They get off the field, which is another reason why this Iowa defense is so good. And Penn State is one of the worst third down offenses in all the country. I mean, they are 16 of 43 on third down. So, I mean, Penn State, if they want to win this game, they're going to have to find out ways to convert on third downs because this is a very good Iowa defense. And this is a very good Iowa defense when it comes to getting you off the field on third down. So, I mean, Penn State, they're going to find ways to convert on third downs. Rather if that's going to be some innovative play calling or whatnot, but they're going to have to find a way because if you want to make it to the college football playoffs and you want to consider yourself a playoff contender, you have to be able to convert on third downs and maintain the drive. So when you're going against a very good defense like Iowa, that's going to be very pivotal. So Penn State in this game, they're going to have to get a lot better converting on third downs if they want to be able to win this game versus Iowa. Now what Iowa has to do in order to win this game is you have to protect Nathan Stanley. Penn State is top 10 in the nation and getting after the quarterbacks and getting sacks. So Iowa, they're going to have to be able to protect Nate Stanley back there and give him some time to throw. And the next thing Iowa has to be able to do is they have to limit big pass plays. Like I said earlier in this video, Penn State is averaging 15 yards per pass play per attempt. So, I mean, Iowa's defense is going to have to keep everything in front of them, and they're going to have to limit the big pass plays if they want to be able to win this game. So, the team I'm going with to win this game, I'm going with Penn State to win this game. I chose Iowa to win against Michigan last week, and their offense wasn't really able to muster a lot of things on the scoreboard. And I'm going with Penn State to win this game. I think Penn State wins this game 31-17 is my final score prediction because I just don't think Iowa can put up enough points to keep up with Penn State. Now, although Iowa has a very good defense, eventually that defense is going to end up getting tired out because the offense is going to be able to sustain drives and things like that. And also, Iowa really did struggle running the football versus Michigan last week, which is another thing. So, I mean, I'm going to go with Penn State to win this game 31-17 because I don't think Iowa is going to be able to keep up on the offensive side of the ball with Penn State. Now, early on, I do think this game would be fairly close going into halftime. Let's say the score ends up being 17-14 at halftime, and then Penn State just ends up pulling away because Iowa's inability to keep up with some of these high-powered offenses in college football. And this really isn't an Iowa team that's built to score a lot of points. So I'm going with Penn State to win this game. This is my final score prediction, 31-17. So let me know who you guys think is going to end up winning this game down in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and college football videos. And thanks for watching.